Hey everybody, just finishing getting set up here. It's one moment. Man, all these Facebook follows, just I'm gone a little bit. So just giving you just a moment. And, we might be finishing this chapter today. I'm not really sure. No, I'm pretty far along in this now, right? Oh, it's my cat. Did you want to come and join in, Bunny, for this amazing conclusion? Because I think this is going to be it. This is going to be it, Bunny. I'm going to put that there. Oh. No. Like that. Well, let's see. So we startle your parents when they get home. I'll fix it up for you later. Now come, Ch1. Terminally ill, need the rest. Come back in bed. Both of them urged me up the stairs. I had no chance to call Oishi-san. I was pushed into my bed. It was the first time Yuna had been in my room. She began searching around it intently. She filled around my room and was scolded by Rina. You can imagine how it went. During the innocent conversation, Mio said something that I thought was perfectly ordinary. Rina. Say, Alexa, turn off living room. Alexa, turn off living room. Did you call the manager? Yup, right after I called Michan. Said he'd be right over. Manager? That out of place wouldn't give me a bad feeling. I'm gonna call the doctor, then call Mion. That she called the manager? Who was the manager? Since Rina and Mion's conversation was so peaceful, it only felt slightly odd. What are you two talking about? Who's this manager? Oh, didn't you know, Ch1? We mean the manager when we say the manager. Like the director of a movie, or like the foreman of a construction site. I dug through all the memories of a manager who might have business with me. Then one thing came to mind. What Rena just said. The construction site foreman. The very first victim of the incident, the dismemberment at the dam's construction site. The foreman? But that was strange. He was supposed to be dead. There was no way they could call him. I don't understand what you guys are talking about. What does the manager have to do with me? I asked one question, obviously, after another. There was a huge difference between the two of them. It appeared how my suspicions are playing out. Slowly, I felt discomforted and panic swelling inside of me. I couldn't understand what Rena and Miona were talking about. What you up to, Bunny? K-Chan, you've gotten into baseball lately, haven't you? Oh, hey, Miguel. Miguel, how are you doing? Pretty sure the manager will be happy to hear that. So who is this manager? DK se trata. What does that mean again? Uno momento. Mi español es malo. So let me try to translate this. So basically it's a curse in ancient Japan. It is about an ancient curse. Es una antigua maldición. We think our friends might kill us. Creemos que nuestros amigos podrían matarnos. Ah, the manager is the manager! So who is this manager? Oh, it's crazy laughing now. We don't look at each other and laugh heartily. That disturbing cackle unpleasantly resounded around me. Oh my! I'm not even going to imitate this crazy laughter. Ooh. Thank you, Chris, for liking the stream. Muchos gracias. That laugh, long enough to be unsettling, ended. Abruptly. Oh yeah. Finish up before the manager comes. Her face was laughing, Beyond's eyes told a different story. Remember what? Keiichi-kun, had he forgotten, I wonder? About the penalty? About the penalty? Did you really forget? The homework with the mochi? The homework where you're supposed to guess which one Mina made? Forgot about the homework, didn't you? Certainly did have that homework, but I had thrown away the rest of the mochi after I found out the sewing needle. So I wasn't able to answer the question which one Mina made. The penalty for that? Why now? I don't want to even commentate this crazy laughter. No doubt my question was written all over my face. The answer to my question was that dry laughter. I could no longer make heads or tails of anything. I began to think the entire day was somehow insane. Strange. Incomprehensible. Being chased by Rina, attacked by strange men, the penalty Miona and Rina were talking about. What were these two laughing at? It didn't take long for me to realize I had been dragged into an abnormal situation. Who were these two? Who were these people? Who were these doppelgangers of Rina and Mione? Rina had gotten behind me at some point. Why was she pinning my arms behind my back? What are you doing? Don't move. This is your penalty. Ha 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 ha. Her body was already very sluggish, and Rina pinning my arms made it much harder to move. I seriously tried to struggle, but she wouldn't even budge. My panic began to well up, and I realized this was well beyond the realm of jokes and pleasantries. This freakishly monstrous strength, it would have been impossible for the Rina that I knew. And these thin, frail arms grasping me firmly. Whose arms were they? Kei-chan, no struggling. Club rules, there are no exceptions. You can't fight against a penalty. No, that thing that looked like Mione spoke to me like Mione would speak to me. But certain this was not Mione. Someone who wasn't Mione, someone who was just pretending to be Mione. Need to finish this up before the manager comes. Mione finished her backwards and pulled out something bizarre. I could tell what it was. We're looking for such a thing in my pocket. I wouldn't accept it. What is that? It was a small syringe. This small, clear syringe, like what a doctor would use when you want to stick him when he was sick. Rina held me even tighter. I could hear a clattering laughter that no longer sounded like laughter blaring into my ear. That eerie laughter wasn't something that the Rina that I knew would ever produce from her throat. Yes, pertaining to Rina, was that the real laughter? Once I found myself, the syringe's Mione drew closer, and the needle tip was waved in front of my face countless times. Don't worry, it won't hurt. It won't hurt. What are you planning on doing? What kind of sick joke is this? What are you saying, Kei-chan? You know exactly what's going on, don't you? About what? I don't understand any of this at all. I know you know. No use playing the fool this late in the game. Stop talking nonsense and try to confuse me. You're gonna have done to you what happened to Tomitaki-san. What? Same as Tomitaki-san. I don't understand what she meant. What did she have to do with the syringe? You're playing dumb, Keiichi-kun. You should have realized it by now. Rina whispered to my ear, laughing as if to admonish me. But even the way she spoke was repulsive beyond compare. Playing dumb? Me? About what? What do you mean the same as Tomitaki-san? Everyone thought at first there was a hit and run. Except when the officer got closer to check if he was still alive. He soon noticed it wasn't a normal situation. His throat was scratched out. For a knife or something? No, his nails. Nails and fingernails? With those go... Okay, I can't even read this. Okay, I can't... You know, he clawed out his own throat, basically. Somebody died. So then for that to happen, thought drugs, but nothing of that nature was detected. That's right, the police didn't find any drugs in his system. The police told me they didn't find any drugs until Mitaki's son's body. The two of them were laughing together with that sickening laughter. Of course I laugh. To assume such a medicine didn't exist just because the police didn't know about it was completely foolish. Meaning the drug that caused Tomitaki's son to die in such a bizarre manner did exist? If you injected it into me, then it will probably be all the proof I needed. I mean, I basically ended the same as Tomitaki's son. Become hysterical, scratching out my own throat in my last moments, and then die. Such an outrageous drug to exist. I mean, to be holding it. And that I was about to be injected with it? That moment I did not feel like there was any need whatsoever to question it. What kind of idiot when he's trying to dodge a ball flying straight for his face. Just give up. Alright then. You know, his actions lacked any gravitas that made it even more terrifying. There was none of the ceremony like when someone is sentenced to death. No hesitation at all. This she was brushing her teeth. Then I wish that one hand grabbed onto my chest. Like electricity had run through the back of my head and the entire world had gone dark. Did I stand up too fast? Or did someone hit me really hard in the back of the head? I had no sense of balance. I was assaulted by a wave of dizziness. I squatted down for a bit. When I came back to my senses, my entire room had changed drastically. The numbness in my head was gone, and slowly I could tell the blood was flowing to my extremities again. How long have I been squatting here? How many minutes? It's been hours. Almost as if the hands of the clock had stopped moving the entire time my eyes were closed. That's how little time had passed. Really, the air in the room wasn't filled with that menace before, only a dull silence. Mina wasn't there pinning my arms, Mion was. No way. Could it be? All of it was a hallucination? There's no other presence in the room besides my own. It's the weirdest experience I've ever had. Certainly, with Mina and Mion, I doubted my sanity for a moment, but I was also seized with some sort of comfort. I guess that terrible ordeal was a hallucination. Maybe Mion wouldn't ever do something so terrible. My head grew hot. I could tell my emotions were welling up. Why? That wasn't a reason to cry. Why? This sorrow. Why was I sad? I don't understand. Just don't understand. Content. Everyone not discriminating against age or gender. Mion? That Mion was sprawled by the window in an unnatural pose. Blood stained her a deep red from her head down to her chest. The bright crimson smeared on the walls. That splatter had undoubtedly come from Mion. She always had that bright smile and was kind to me from the day I transferred. Rena. That same Rena was slumped at my feet. It was making the same pool of blood as Mion. Couldn't comprehend what had happened. Did someone come to save me? When they beat these two down with this metal bat? Finally noticed the weight in my right hand. How long had it been there? It was Satoshi's metal bat. It was covered in a deep red. There was no doubt that this was the weapon used to mutilate both of them. And I was holding that weapon. I was the only person in the house. Well, I went into this objective. I couldn't think of anyone other than myself that could have done it. I did this? That's right. Kiichi Maebara. Of course I did it. I told myself gently as if coaxing myself. Hey, me. There's no reason for you to remember, nor is there a reason to regret it. Eat or be eaten. You get that, don't you? But the blood. There's so much. Neither Mina or Mion have moved an inch. It wasn't just a split forehead and a trickle of blood, nothing that simple. The entire room was splattered with red, and that told me it didn't end with just 3 strikes. Were they dead? Both of them? Inside mine were calm. On the surface, I was panicked and agitated. Calm down, Keiichi, my brother. What happened to your usual calm self? Come on now. Do like you always do. Throw your head back. Take a deep breath. Come on. Once. Twice. Breathe deeply. Calm down. Calm down. I chanted it over and over in my head and relaxed. Color came back to my vision and smells re-infused the air. At the same time, I remember what happened when I blacked out. Rina and Mila attacked me. They were about to inject me with whatever caused the same symptoms as Tomitaki-san. Right before that happened, I fought back. Just with my whole body and threw Rina as she was pinning my arms. Crawled through my spin and ran my foot as hard as I could into Mion's torso. It was soft. Rina tried jumping on me, so I tackled as hard as I could, slammed her against the wall. I didn't let that brief moment of having them off balance slip by, until she's bastard left carelessly by the side of my desk. Weep. At that moment, everything went pitch black. There was nothing recorded past this point. The videotape in my mind. No, that wasn't right. Wasn't that? It was only recorded. Recorded just fine. Just the other me inside me told me not to look and turned off the TV. Just because the screen went gone black and I couldn't see it didn't mean the videotape within me hadn't recorded it. TV was just off. The video was still playing. Tape within me creaking along, still playing. On the other end, the pitch black screen, that horrifying video was still playing on. Compared to this, though, this scene right before my eyes was still so difficult to take in. His blood splattered everywhere, on the walls, 2 of them, and his unnatural bruises. Not a sign of movement from them. Couldn't tell if they were breathing. Hi, Bunny! No matter, these friends were my friends. These girls, I attacked them. I may have even killed them. If I hadn't done this, I would have been the one done for. Balancing that out on my imaginary scale, it felt odd that I even felt bad about it. Even if it was a bit excessive, this was justifiable self-defense. Proof was all here. 2 of them collapsed here in Mion's syringe. Answering chills some unknown drug that certainly solved the mystery surrounding the incident with Tomitaki-san. From the fact that both of these 2 were involved, they'd be able to pick out the criminals one after the other. Still, I might be suspected for this, but that was just fine. Anyhow, this knowledge should be pretty sick out. Soon fade into darkness like Rena's past incidents. When the police are involved, that should bring this to a close. We'll probably revisit the investigation and the chain of incidents. Oishi-san would definitely get to the bottom of it. Meaning my wish of not wanting to die, wanting to know the truth, that would be fulfilled in the most basic form. It's all a matter of time now. Oh, Angel Cow, thank you for liking the stream. It's appreciated. I'll confess everything to him. I need to contact the Oishi-san. The moment I remembered, besides the doctor, a manager had been called. It's easy to imagine that they were deeply involved with the incident. Judging from Rina and Mion's conversation. Not over yet. This place is no longer safe. They come. It's not over yet. In that moment, I felt I heard someone's voice from outside. As people were speaking, it must mean that there was more than one person. A bizarre sight. And 4 or 5 grown men were all gathered at the gate. And it looked like the 2 men that sold to me at the dam site today. Those 2 might even be among them. One person wearing a white coat, but he didn't look like a doctor at all. One guy told me he was in disguise, only posing as a doctor. That guy would probably ring the bell and get me to open the front door. Pretend to be a doctor and get me to open the door, and then the rest of them would all rush in at once. That moment I saw the car parked behind the men, and my heart nearly skipped a beat. The white van. No mistaken, that van once tried to run me down. The man in the white coat entered the gate and headed toward the front door. The rest of the men hid in the bushes and watched him. I probably couldn't pretend that I wasn't home. I'd probably just break the window and enter. I need to get out of here somehow. Use a public phone to contact Higurashi-san. Then meeting up somewhere. First of all, I needed a weapon. Then shoes. But before all of that, there was one thing I had to do. I had no intention of dying. I'd live and reveal the truth about this curse of Higurashi-sama. But what would happen from here on, regardless of how determined I was to bring out about my demise. And that was why. There was one thing more important than getting out of here right now. I need to get the clock out quickly and take down the note hidden behind it. Damn it. They were sticking to it fast. And fine if it was torn a little. Again, I another passage with a ballpoint pen. I wasn't able to inform Higurashi-san. The only thing I could do was rely on this note. I thought this piece of torn college-old newspaper would be reliable before. No time. I'd only write what I knew right now. I needed to leave some sort of information that would lead them to uncover the truth. We know conspirators of the perpetrators. This was an undeniable fact. In fact, I still didn't want to believe it. It was a fact. Anyway, leave the information that would help them leave to find the perpetrators. It's 4 or 5 adults, maybe more. They have a white van. This was everything I was able to see from the window. There may be more. So there's an unidentified person known as a manager. Figuring the term manager didn't even mesh with Hinamizawa at all. If they were going to include the managers from the past incidents, then the only one is a construction foreman, the victim from the first murder. The very first victim in the chain of incidents. Killed in a lynching, his body divided into 6 pieces. His right arm never discovered. The police should have confirmed that death. William Young called him the manager. He said manager. They wouldn't use a term to refer to someone who was dead. Police would never ever conceive that someone who was deceased could be involved. Could that be some sort of oversight? I didn't know. Even if I didn't know, it could be a big hint for Higurashi-san. That's right, they needed to start fresh from the first incident. Okay, good. Continue there. Okay, I'm gonna save. Continue on tomorrow night.